Hello, teacher. Do you have a minute? I need your help and some advice for my English learning.
Hi, Alex. I'm glad you reached out for help. Learning a new language can be challenging. But don't worry, I'm here to assist you. I know that you're putting in a lot of effort to learn and practice English.
I'm a bit shy about speaking in English. I'm afraid of making mistakes.
Making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. It's how we grow and improve. Don't be afraid to speak up in class or with friends. Everyone is here to learn. Plus, I'm always here to help and provide guidance. Sometimes, it can feel like progress is slow, but remember that language learning is a gradual process. Okay, Alex, what specifically makes you feel like you're not improving?
I don't know. It just seems like I'm not getting better, especially when I try to have conversations with native speakers. It seems like I don't understand most of them. I still struggle with understanding them.
It's completely normal to feel that way sometimes. Improving language skills takes time and practice. Have you been consistently working on your assignments and practicing outside of class?
Yeah, I do the assignments. I think I do everything well to learn English, but I feel I am not learning. I have tried many ways to learn and practice English, but I feel I am not improving.
I appreciate your honesty, Alex. Learning a new language can be challenging, but it's important to focus on the progress you've made. Tell me a little more. How did you learn English?
I have thought about it. Maybe there is something I'm doing wrong. I just need your help and advice.
No worries. I will absolutely help you. Okay. Tell me, what method do you use to study English? Maybe that is not the right method for you. I know you are really interested in learning English. Sometimes, you can feel like you did not make any progress. But remember that language learning is a gradual process. Tell me a little more about your English learning.
Well, I always participate in class. On top of that, I did a lot of other things. I have tried many different methods. For example, I watched TV to increase my English. I watched videos on YouTube as well. There are a lot of videos on YouTube about learning English.
It's great that you're attending classes and exposing yourself to English through TV and videos. You can try movies and music as well. That for sure will help you a lot. These are helpful ways to immerse yourself in the language. However, it's important to remember that language learning is a gradual process.
I also use the method of translating everything from my language to English. One of my classmates said that is the best way to learn English. Can you give me any suggestions about this?
Using translation can be a helpful tool, Alex. It's a common strategy, especially for beginners. However, as you progress, try to reduce your reliance on translation. Instead, focus on thinking directly in English. This shift will help you become more fluent and confident in expressing yourself without the need to mentally translate everything.
That makes sense. The problem is sometimes I can't find the right words in English. It's so easy to find the word in my mother language. I also learn the words on the cards and always write down unfamiliar words and phrases and try to memorize them and their translations, but I still forgot most of them. Do you have any suggestions?
It's completely normal to face challenges, especially when starting out. One effective way to expand your vocabulary is by learning new words in context. When you come across a word you don't know, try to understand its meaning within the sentence or paragraph. This way, you'll grasp not only the word itself but also how it's used. Remember, learning a language takes time and practice. Don't be too hard on yourself if you encounter difficulties along the way. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem, and keep pushing forward. I'm here to support you throughout your language learning journey. So feel free to reach out whenever you need assistance. You're doing great.
You just mentioned one effective way to expand your vocabulary is by learning new words in context. Can you explain a little more for this and give me an example what it means by saying expand your vocabulary is by learning new words in context?
Certainly. Learning new words in context means understanding how a word is used in a specific situation or sentence. Instead of just memorizing isolated words and their meanings, you learn them within the framework of sentences, paragraphs, or even entire conversations. This method helps you grasp the nuances of a word and how it fits into the structure of the language. Here's an example. Isolated word, ephemeral, meaning, lasting for a very short time. While you can understand the meaning, it might be challenging to remember and use it in your own sentences. If you learn this word in context such as the sentence, "The beauty of the cherry blossoms is ephemeral, as they bloom for only a few weeks each spring." In this context, you not only understand the meaning of ephemeral is lasting for a very short time but also see how it's used in a sentence. This helps you remember the word more effectively and allows you to use it appropriately when discussing the temporary nature of something. So, when expanding your vocabulary in context, try to read sentences, paragraphs, or even stories that use new words. Pay attention to how these words interact with other words and the overall meaning they convey in different situations. This method enhances your understanding and retention of the vocabulary, making it easier to incorporate these words into your own language use.
Thank you so much for giving me so detailed explanation. For sure I will try to expand my vocabulary by learning new words in context, not just learn isolated words. For speaking English, I make lots of mistakes when I speak English with other people. That makes me feel nervous and I'm afraid of making mistakes.
In terms of speaking practice, it's crucial to find opportunities to practice your English with others. One effective way is to join language exchange groups or conversation clubs, either in person or online. These platforms allow you to connect with native English speakers or fellow language learners who are also looking to practice their language skills. Engaging in conversations with others will help you improve your fluency, pronunciation, and overall confidence in speaking English.
That sounds like a good plan, but what if I can't find someone to practice speaking with? I'm studying English by myself. There is no study group or conversation clubs available around me. I guess I'm not sure how to practice on my own. I still feel nervous when I speak English in front of other people. Is there any other way I can improve my speaking skills? Could you give me some advice on how to improve my speaking skills on my own?
Absolutely. If you are studying English alone or if finding a conversation partner is challenging, don't worry. There are other ways to practice speaking. You can record yourself speaking in English and listen to it later to identify areas for improvement. You can also try shadowing method. Shadowing is a fantastic technique to improve your English speaking skills, and you can definitely try it as part of your self-study routine.
That's a great idea. I never thought of recording myself. I will definitely record myself speaking English and listen to it later to find the areas to improve them. But I don't know shadowing method. Could you explain a little more about shadowing method? I never heard of it.
Sure. Shadowing involves closely mimicking native speakers by listening to spoken language and repeating what you hear, matching the rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation.
That sounds like a good method, but how can I do that? How can I practice shadowing?
First of all, select proper audio material. Don't choose too difficult materials. The audio materials you choose should match your current proficiency level. This could be podcasts, audiobooks, or even conversation materials from YouTube videos. Some materials from YouTube videos are very helpful to practice shadowing. Then, you can practice your speaking skills. You may ask how to do it. Just listen and repeat. You just listen to a segment and then pause to repeat what you heard. Try to match the speaker's tone, rhythm, and pronunciation as closely as possible. Some videos in YouTube such as 100, 200 small talk question and answers are good materials and are easy to practice shadowing for beginner. When you practice, just pay attention to the pronunciation of individual words. Use resources like dictionaries or pronunciation apps to ensure you're saying the words correctly. Some of my students record themselves. It's proved very effective. You can record your shadowing sessions and listen to them. This will help you identify areas for improvement and track your progress over time. In terms of practice speaking English, consistent practice is key. Try incorporating English into your daily life as much as possible. What you need to do is to set aside time each day to practice shadowing. For instance, you can set aside 1 hour each evening. Don't do anything else for this 1 hour. You only focus on your speaking English practice in this 1 hour. I mean shadowing practice for this 1 hour every day. The more you practice, the more natural and confident your spoken English will become. Shadowing is an effective technique because it combines listening, speaking, and mimicry, helping you internalize the patterns of the language. It's a valuable addition to your self-study routine and can significantly enhance your English speaking skills.
That sounds interesting. I'll check those out. I'll definitely try to step out of my comfort zone to try to speak English with other people. Of course, I will try to practice shadowing first to build confidence.
That's great to hear, Alex. It's essential to challenge yourself to grow. Additionally, consider joining language clubs or conversation groups outside of class. Surrounding yourself with English speakers in different settings can enhance your learning experience.
Thank you so much for these suggestions. I will definitely try them out. Is there anything else you recommend?
One more thing I would suggest is finding a way to make learning English enjoyable. Find topics or activities that interest you and incorporate them into your language learning journey. This will not only make it more fun but also help you stay motivated.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you for your guidance and support. I feel more motivated now to continue learning and improving my English skills. I will try out all the methods you mentioned. I feel much better now.
Remember, learning a language takes time. Making progress takes time as well. Don't be too hard on yourself if you encounter difficulties along the way. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem, and keep pushing forward. I'm here to support you throughout your language learning journey, so feel free to reach out whenever you need assistance. You're doing great, Alex.